Welcome back, trainers. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the power of stalling. So what I mean by that is basically prolonging the battle as long as you possibly can and potentially getting a win out of it. Now, how it works is basically whoever has the most health total, and you're going to be able to take the win there. All right. Not 100% sure if you have two Pokemon at, I don't know, say 30% health, and then you have your opponent with 100% health in time's up, who's going to win that 100%. But nonetheless, we're going to see examples here. Now, going into this, I did not at all, by any means, have a thought in my mind that I'm going to go in here and try to stall these battles out to see if I'm going to be able to win. I didn't. I simply wanted to use Shadow Mawile, Serperior, and Suicune all on the same team together. Serperior is pretty tanky. Suicune has its bulk as well. Mawile is not tanky, but it has massive resistances that will help it overcome certain situations here. So I was going through these battles, and it started occurring and happening, and I was like, okay, you know what? We're going to go ahead and make this into a video about how this set of Pokemon could potentially just stall out the opponent until it's over, and you can potentially take a win. So how it's going to actually happen is because of the debuffs on Suicune and Serperior. Basically, Serperior is going to have a 2 times debuff if it does actually occur with Leaf Tornado, and you're just going to make your opponents do less and less damage. Therefore, you're going to be able to continuously spam these charge moves that can be hit at a pretty fast rate, and that itself is going to be kind of taking time. And if you do this over and over and over again, plus lowering their attack, you're going to be able to stay in that fight forever, and it's just going to last a long time. And then with Suicune, with its Bubble Beam, you're going to be able to lower the attack by 1 stage, and that is actually going to be very spammy with Snarl. So this combination actually was really fun. We took some wins, we took some losses, and I want to bring it to you guys here to see what we have going on. The lag, I'm going to talk about it today, wasn't so bad personally for myself. I know it's still horrible. All right, I'm not trying to say, oh, the lag's gone. It didn't happen to me. It doesn't mean it's anywhere. But personally, I ran into it a few times. And basically what happened was I was trying to swap. It wouldn't let me swap. I was trying to shield. It wouldn't let me shield. And all right, so basically it's still pretty bad. Okay, there you go. All right. So anyways, with that said, let's go ahead and get into the commentary here. We're going to be leading with Shadow Mawile the entire time here. So we're met with a Shadow Victory Bell. This is beautiful. So we're going to obviously get ready for a swap here. And we're going to be going into our Suicune because the matchup up against the Victory Bell with obviously a water type is not going to be great, especially because it is going to be Shadow. And going up against the Galarian Stunfisk is actually going to be a pretty good matchup for the Suicune. Unfortunately, I wasn't 100% sure that they actually had the energy for an Earthquake. But the thing is, when you're throwing your Pokemon out during a swap or a switch, you're going to be able to gain a couple of quick moves before your freaking Pokemon is even in sight for the opponent to see, which is a little bogus. I get it, it's Pokemon Go, they're trying to keep it fluid, but that's why it kind of threw me off here. But anyways, we're going to be lowering the attack on this Stunfisk here pretty low. Don't think that they can really farm us down at this point because we have lowered their attack so much. Mudshot's not doing anything, hitting us with a Rock Slide, using that energy. Now we have to make our decision here. We do have a shield up on them, so we're going to go ahead and go in here with Mawile and farm down. We're going to let this go through. This is not going to be an Earthquake, or we're shielding it up. Okay, that's not great. We lowered their attack so much, we already resist it. But I guess we're just playing it safe. We didn't want to get hit by an Earthquake. That would have been bad, and we would have probably still been KO'd. We might have survived, barely. Anyways, we're going to be swapping after we do get that last shield. They're going to be going into their Shadow Victory Bell after we do swap into our Serperior here. Going for Aerial Ace, super effective, taking a ton of damage, and we're actually able to farm down. They literally set me up for success here. It happens to the best of us. We all make mistakes. Maybe that was the play that they thought they would, had to do. But what happened was basically they swapped. I had energy. I was able to get that off and farm down, and now I'm loaded on energy with the Serperior up against a Azumarill here. So let's see how this does play out. With the Pokemon in the back, we should be fine. We should just be able to take care of business when that comes in. Obviously, let's see. Did we lower the attack? We did. Okay, we're able to survive an Ice Beam. Do you see that? Do you see how amazing Serperior is when it does get that attack debuff on the opponent? Absolutely just beautiful. All right, so going into the next match, we're met with an Obstagoon here. So this, again, is a matchup where I'm not too worried, but at the same time, it's not a super comfortable matchup because our Power Punch is going to be doing super effective. and our Fire Fang is actually going to be doing nice damage to them. But at the same time, their counter is doing a lot of damage here, not looking the best. So what we're going to go ahead and do is let this go through. I do believe we're going to go ahead and go in here with our Suicune and kind of just lower the attack first. And then, alright, so yeah, they were running into lag, so I'm sorry. You know what it is. We've talked about this before. You never know if they're actually on the other end attacking. So, yeah, I got a bit of an advantage regarding this situation here. Apologize to the trainer. You know, I'm not the one doing it. It's the servers. So, fortunately, yeah. Alright, anyways, let's see what's going to happen here. So they're going to be getting off that Night Slash. So obviously they would have been in a much better position if that didn't happen to them. And they lost like a few seconds of quick moves there, which is just bogus. But anyways, they're bringing in the Lowland Muck. We're going to go ahead and just lower the attack as much as possible here. We do have our Switch Clock ready to go. They are gaining a ton of energy. They obviously have a Dark Pulse ready to go at this point, or even a Sludge Wave. I do believe they built over extra energy. We're going to go ahead and let this Dark Pulse go through, and that's not enough because of the debuffs. Absolutely amazing. We're going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam, just do a little bit more extra damage and throw them off. Beautiful. And they're going to be swapping immediately into that Cresselia. We have 2 shields, so we're going to be going right into our Serperior, and let's see if we can get that attack debuff here. So we have to potentially look out for Aurora Beam, which not too many people have. So yeah, we don't have to worry about that. Grass Knot is going to be there. And that's a Grass Knot, not doing very effective damage. Even after we did lower the attack, we're looking absolutely amazing here. Hitting us with another one. Now, I was maybe expecting like a Future Sight or Moonblast, so that is why I used a shield on that Grass Knot. It got me. Well played. Lowering the attack again. Let's go. We do not need to shield up anything. What are they going to hit us with? Another Grass Knot for some reason. Maybe they're just trying to get the shields. They're swapping into that Muck real quick, so they can, you know, get that last shield. Fantastic. We're going to be swapping into Suicune to catch this charge move, and that was beautiful. So we're going to go back in here with our Serperior, farm it down just the rest of the way. We have no shields. They have 1 shield. Let's see what we can pull off here with the Serperior. Going for that Leaf Tornado, and time's up. There is that time up. We had more health, and we're taking the win. Let's go. All right, on to the next battle here. We're met with a Stunfisk regular. That's not great. We're going to be swapping into our Suicune here. Unfortunately, going into our Serperior would have resulted in them countering me immediately. So we're just going to go in here with the Suicune and take that super effective discharge damage. They're going to be bringing in a Dugong here. So this is going to be pretty interesting. Everything a Dugong can throw at me is not going to be very effective. On top of lowering the attack, we do have low health, but still, let's see how this does play out. This is going to be a very stally thing here. So we have the attack debuff 3 times on the Dugong. Alright, so they do have the ability to lower our attack as well with the Icy Wind. Suspecting that, there it is. Not very effective. And honestly, at this point, we're not trying to do damage. I think we may go for an Ice Beam here. No, we're just going Bubble Beam all the way. Yeah, we're not looking for damage. Obviously, building it up and accumulating slowly but surely is great. But what we want to do is just severely lower the attack. So they're basically going to be forced to swap when we do go in here with our Mawile. So going for another Bubble Beam. The attack has been just dramatically dropped on the Dugong here, and they're going to be able to finish this off with quick moves. And we're obviously going to go in here with Mawile. I mean, we could have potentially went in here with Serperior, but I'd rather just go with Mawile, taking not very effective damage for both the quick move and that charge move, Icy Wind. Lowering my attack is perfectly fine because more than likely I'm going to be swapping immediately right after we do get this Dugong down, because they're going to be going back in here with the Stunfisk. Let's just hope that they have something that the Serperior can handle, because they're going to be swapping immediately when they go into the Stunfisk when they see this. And there you go. It's a Skarmory. Okay, I don't think we're going to win this, but let's see what happens. Let's see. We lowered the attack once. Okay. So at this point, yeah, it's pretty much a loss, but let's still stay in this fight and see what we can do. We just lowered the attack on that Skarmory by 4 stages. Because every time you get off one of those and it successfully lowers the attack with the Leaf Tornado, that is going to be going down by 2 stages. So we did it twice, so that's 4 stages. I think we can take a Sky Attack, but we're not going to risk it. We're just going to shield it up. All right, we're just trying to stall up the clock. We're going to go for another one of these here and then swap into our last Pokemon. Oh my gosh, I think I wanted to swap. They just wasn't letting me tap on that swap. So going there, the time is up. Do you see the stall? I think we might be able to win this one here, but I think no, they have more health, unfortunately. But we did stall up the clock, but not taking the win that time. All right, good game. Moving it on to the next one here. We're going to be met with a Skarmory, and we're going to get ready for a swap. unless their whole team is weak to fire. All right, so kind of an indicator that the Mawile needs to stay alive at this point because they are not swapping. It is obviously not a good idea to stay in there with it. Now, since they are staying here, I feel like they're going to just sacrifice this thing, Braper. Yep, so we're just going to shield that up. That would have done a decent amount of damage even though we're resisting it. They're going to be bringing in the Azumarill. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Suicune immediately, because if we would have went into their Serperior, like we keep saying, they would have just counter swapped us. So that's fine if they're going into their Ferrothorn, because we still do have Mawile alive, and it doesn't need much to take that thing out, which is going to be a Steel and Grass type. Fire Fang is just going to absolutely demolish it, as you're going to see here in a moment. We're going to go ahead and lower the attack as much as possible. I do believe we go for this Ice Beam here just to do a little bit more damage to make it easier for the Mawile to take it out once it does come into this battle here. And if they want to farm us, they can, but I mean, it's going to be risky for them because these are going to start adding up. These Bubble Beams are not very effective, but they are adding up. And then the Bullet Seed, it's just simply being brought down by the attack debuff, so that's out of the question to farm. Going for a Power Whip, they're swapping immediately into a Azumarill. We're going to be going right into our Serperior, right on point with that swap. Going for that Leaf Tornado. Let's see if we can get the attack debuff. No attack debuff this time, so I think we're going to have to shield this one up just to preserve the health until we could potentially get that attack debuff. And then after this, we're going to be fine. If we get it, we have no more shield, so I mean, that's, yep. That's done. Attack debuff. Beautiful. We're set. We're done. GG's. GG's. I don't want to act like too confident, but they're hitting me with a play rough. Furthermore, even better, okay? Because, well, it's going to take longer. It's not super effective. And we lowered the attack. So great. They have a shield left, and I mean, they have 1 HP. So great. Even if this is a flash cannon, we can just go in with our last Pokemon and quick move, and Serperior takes the win. Beautiful. All right, folks. Let's get it. Let's go. All right, taking some wins here. Now, there was a battle where I kind of screwed up, so could have maybe went 5-0, but it is what it is. Still having fun in the Go Battle League. Honestly, I wanted to use something completely, entirely different, but I was like, you know what? Let's just use this team, and then since the stall thing happened, I was like, all right, let's make a video into this. So we're met with the Galarian Stunfisk. This is good. It's good and it's bad. Since I did make a video claiming, oh, I'm so good at calling this and that up against the Galarian Stunfisk with my Mew, with my Mawile. Oh, okay. A lot of you, I think, have been watching. Yes, I do think that's true. And I think that you're like, okay, we're going to play some games with it. So basically, I'm not too good at calling it anymore. So anyways, they're going to be going in here with an Altaria, which, what do you have back there? A grass type? A Skarmory? What you got going on? Double Flyers? Because this isn't a great matchup for Altaria here, but that's what they feel comfortable doing. Unless they're trying to play mind games with me. So we're going to be going in here with our Suicune. And just going to go Bubble Beam. This is not going to be very effective, but alright, we didn't get a shield out of them. So since we did lower the attack, at this point, we can farm them down with Snarl. And we're going to have a lot of energy ready to go for whatever they do have back there. So getting kind of risky here by farming them down, but that's fine. Since it is a Shiftry here, we're going to go ahead and go Bubble Beam. Watch this. We're going to trick them. Just Bubble Beam. Now we're going to go Ice Beam. This is just another Bubble Beam to lower your attack. If this gets through, GG. They realize it. They're probably like almost through their phone. I feel that too. When you hold them onto those shields for the right time, but then you get hit by an unexpected move, it really sucks. Good games. Moving it on, we're met with an Azumarill, so obviously not a great matchup for the Mawile. I mean, it's not horrible. We can go toe-to-toe if we really wanted to use our shields, but we're going to go ahead and swap it to Suicune, and they're going to be going into Melmetal. All right, I don't really see these too often anymore in the Great League. So we lowered the attack. Fine. Great. I'm pretty sure they don't have Thunderbolts, so they're just going to be hitting me with Rock Slides. That did a pretty good amount of damage, but it is going to start dropping dramatically as we do continuously bring down the attack with the Bubble Beam here. Suicune, I love it, guys. I love it. And if you know, some of you are asking, what should I do? Should I power up my Shadow? I can't tell you to do that. You make that own choice yourself. I'm just presenting to you the performance. And if I find a Pokemon worthy and absolutely it's good, you're going to get your return as far as Stardust and wins, depending on how you play, I will tell you. Serperior, 100%. Suicune, it's an absolute amazing gem, but it's expensive, and that is unfortunately the downside and why I'm not going to highly recommend it. I don't want to go ahead and make your Suicune, guys, and then what? You're going to make it and the performance isn't so great for you, and that was a lot of a steep investment for that secondary move, right? Because technically if you have one in the Great League, you're not really powering it up. You just have to invest in that third move. Up against an Alolan Marowak, we are up against the wall, guys. We have our back to the wall here. We're not looking good at all. So we realize we've pretty much lost this. But we didn't back out because we want to try to salvage this and see what we can do. Swapping here, we want to get the shield. Well, wait. They have no. Well, they have one shield. Okay, so they're going into this. So what I'm thinking is, okay, we need to land an Iron Head. If we can land an Iron Head, we're gonna be looking beautiful here. If they let this go through, we're gonna be able to potentially win this, maybe. But they shielded up, so that's it. That's it. You know, you can't win them all. It's fun to have that challenge here. So basically what I would have done, what I was thinking is get the Iron Head through. They would have been very low, and I could have maybe potentially farmed them down or just got off a thing and then maybe had a little bit of energy left over for the Alolan Marowak and went with the Aerial Ace. Yeah, that's not happening. But anyways, all right, so did you just see that? White screen, and it gave me a loss. Niantic, come on. On top of the lag, then we're going to get losses for people who back out of the match before it even starts? That's freaking bull. That's not fair. Come on. Give me a break. I don't want to complain, but gee whiz. Alright, so we're up against the Azumarill here. We just lowered the attack. That is absolutely amazing. So we're just going to let this go through. We don't care. Ice Beam, that tickles Serperior. If we can lower it again, my gosh, we're going to be looking absolutely fantastic. And we do not, which is fine, but they're able to barely get another Ice Beam off here, which, you know, it's fine. That's fine. We're able to farm down a little bit more, holding on to the Serperior barely. Going to go ahead and go for the Aerial Ace here. Super effective to the Shiftry. This is going to be unexpected. Or not, it's going to be expected. And Shiftry is able to farm us quite a bit. Alright, so we're not looking the best. We do have Mawile, which can resist all the moves, but we're still going to be taking quite a bit of damage because Shiftry is just a beast. Alright, so we're shielding up that first one. We're going to let everything else go through. We're in a good position here, getting ready for that swap. And there it is, right into Alolan Marowak, and we basically are looking beautiful. I can't say we win. Let's see how this does play out, though. Obviously, Bubble Beam super effective, and as well as Snarl. So absolutely amazing. The quick move on the Marowak is not very effective. Shadow Ball is going to be doing neutral, but we did lower the attack, so not as much as usual. Bone Club is not doing anything. You're just basically going to try to go for the Shadow Ball, or maybe bait with it, I suppose. But at this point, they're all or nothing. Expecting another Shadow Ball, and that is not enough to KO. Do you see the power of debuffs, folks? Do you see the power of debuffs? It's absolutely amazing. Swapping into our Mawile here, getting very risky, but we're going to be able to pull this off. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll be keeping you up to date on everything Pokemon Go and bringing you the news. Thanks for watching and take care.